Now, for fire drills and or fire evacuation, the first thing we're going to do is that you evacuate from the classroom. Now, if you're in my classroom, you're going to evacuate from 329. You're going to walk towards the front of the school. That's where the front office or the reception office is located. You're going to go towards that direction, exit through the gates. Once you exit the building, then you will head towards the right side, the grassy area of the right side, where you'll see a tree and three tiger sign in front of the parking lot. You're gonna line up between the second and third signposts. So count from the left, one, two, three. You just line up between the second and third post. Now the reason I picked that is because we have a tree that you can use as a shade when it's hot outside. Now, if you somehow are lost, then make sure to look for Mr. Dow's class. Usually, my class will line up to next to Mr. Dow. So if you come out early and you don't see your class, then just line up next to Mr. Dow. And once you see my class, then just make sure to be in line. Now, the reason that I do expect you to line up quickly is that if we're taking attendance, the faster we can take attendance, then the faster we can go back inside. Again, in the fire drill, it's very hot outside during the fall semester. So the faster we can take attendance, the faster we can go back inside and not be in the heat. Same thing for the winter times. It can be very cold. So the faster you know where to line up, be in your class, the faster we can take attendance, then the faster we can head back inside to our class. Now, in the actual fire evacuation, wherever you are, if you're in the hallway, if you're in the cafeteria or in the courtyard, then you need to find the nearest exit, go through it, and then follow the instruction given by staff members, administration, your teacher. The faster that you go to your designated location and line up and take attendance for it, then that way we can check if everybody's accounted for and safe. If you see somebody is falling behind, make sure that they are not left behind. Now for lockdown and lockdown drill, we will have lights off, windows covered, and doors locked. You are to move into the designated safe location given by your teacher. You will stay silent and silent your electronic devices. Now, the purpose of that is that you turn off your vibration, you leave it silent so that way lights doesn't go off, vibration doesn't go off, sound doesn't go off. Silence is the key. Again, when being silent, it gives off the impression that you're not there inside a classroom. So again, it's best that stay silent and silent your electronic device. Don't leave it on vibrate, put it on silent mode. If you are in the hallway, restroom, or cafeteria, then you need to find the nearest classroom and follow the teacher's instruction. So I repeat, if you're in a hallway, restroom, or cafeteria, and you hear the announcement, lockdown or lockdown drill, find the nearest classroom and follow the teacher's instruction. If at max capacity, you need to go into the next classroom if possible. Do it as soon as possible. Shelter in place. Same thing as lockdown drill. Windows covered, doors locked. You are to move into a designated safe location given by your teacher. If you are in the hallway, restroom, or cafeteria and you hear shelter in place, find the nearest classroom and follow the teacher instruction. If at max capacity, then you need to go into the next classroom if possible. During shelter in place, whether it's a drill or for a real instant, then you are not too allowed to go to the restroom. The reason is it might be severe weather outside. One example is if it's windy, then there's a possibility where a chair might be flying, a trash can might be flying, or an object that might fly. We do not want any students outside and get injured by a flying object. Hence, you need to be inside classroom when you hear the announcement shelter in place or drill. Hole. Hole is where doors are locked. If you're in a hallway, restroom, or cafeteria, find the nearest classroom and follow the teacher instruction. If at max capacity, go into the next classroom if possible. This allows for medical personnel to reach their destination as soon as possible with clearest path. This allows medical personnel arriving to the ambulance and then reaching to their designated classroom or offices as soon as possible because the possibility is the patient may need medical attention as soon as possible. Now, for all the scenarios I presented to you, fire drill, fire evacuation, lockdown drill, shelter in place drill, and hold, I do recommend that you take these scenarios seriously. The reason is you never know, you might come across these situations and it may occur in real life. So, in the event we're doing a drill, we practice so that way, in the event if it actually happens, we know what to do. What I do not recommend in the event we have these scenarios, whether it is a drill or an actual event, that do not scream, do not run. I do recommend that you be calm as possible and follow the procedures that we have practiced. The more calm, then the more alert we are, and be aware of your surrounding area. Again, we want to make sure that everybody is safe, but the only way everybody is safe is if we can do our part, which is take these scenarios seriously. Do not run, do not scream. Just make sure to be alert, be calm, and be aware of your surroundings.